You know this thing, I deleted the whole video. I've deleted the whole video that I've done. I have to redo it. The topic today that I want to talk about, that I have already recorded, that I have to record, is the issue of, it's a story time of when my partner tried to sleep with my house help. This is a topic that I think as women, we don't really talk about it, or when we talk about it, we don't really talk about it in its, I don't know what it is. Is it that we believe it happens, or we believe our partner can't do it, or we believe it happens to other people, or we believe. To cut the story short, I was dating this guy. It was years ago. Yeah, it was some years ago. While I was dating this guy, I used to have a helper who used to come on Wednesday and Saturday. She used to come to the house to do a job Wednesday and Saturday. She was very clean. You know, that kind of a helper that when she cleans your house, and even if you can spill water, the water, my floor was wooden. When you spill water, the water won't be absorbed by by the floor. It will bounce. How clean she is. When you get to my bedroom, it will be so organized, you'll think it is some hotel. Yeah, she was clean. When you open the wardrobe, the way I showed her, and she will even do it better than me, the way I showed her. So you'll find that maybe my partner came on Friday. We didn't used to stay so far we were staying in the same area. So maybe let's say he came on Friday, and then on Saturday he will be there, and then this my house help will be there. So usually me now, when I'm in the house, I wear my short dresses, I wear my hot pants. There's some hot pants. A big girl also wants to wear hot pants, but she can't really, and that will be, fashion police will be called on me if I wear a hot pants and I'm walking around, and t-shirt. Then he started all of a sudden to say, hey, this thing of you wearing the short things and in front of your house help, it's unprofessional. They use that word. It's unprofessional. It's not decent. I said, it's not decent how? Because she's a girl. I'm not walking around with a panty. I'm not walking around naked. And if you are my relative, or I go to church with you, you're my brethren, just close your ear. You are not hearing what I'm saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying. Ne? Close your ear. You're not hearing this. And then I'm like, okay. But he was not happy about it. But as time went by, I realized that he was a guy who cared about his exercise, how he looked, and he used to exercise and eat right and everything. So he was, well built, muscles everywhere, most. So he will come out of the shower wearing a towel, and he will walk around everywhere in the house. He walk around wearing a towel, and I'm like, that time that girl is there. And I asked him, I use the same words that he used on me. I'm like, don't you think this is unprofessional and not right for you to be walking around with just a towel just below your navel? And if it can just fall, everything will be everywhere. My mother is not watching this. Okay. He was like, no, don't worry about it. But my eyes like, child, something is not right. So me now what I do now, my instincts are very strong. Anyone who knows me, my friends who knows me, my parents know it. If I have a feeling about something, if I'm not comfortable about something, rest assured, it will be what I'm suspecting, or I will find something that will go with what I am feeling at that moment about that thing. My instincts are very, on point. I let it be. I prayed about it. I said, whatever that is there, I said, God, Father God, can you just reveal what is going on? Then it happens that he was traveling overseas, and then I took him to the airport, and then I came back. By that time, I was writing my exams. I came back. Auntie was there, and then I was busy studying. But something in me just said, engage this girl. Start talking, about relationship and everything. And she was younger than me. She was a widow. Her husband had passed away some years ago. And I started asking, when I started to start with the topic, when are you going to start dating, She's like, yo, Mina, I don't want to date. Hey, men are not honest. Men are not faithful. Men are this and this and that. I'm like, no, not all men are like that. It depends on your choices. I mean, from what you say your husband who passed away was a good man. He loved you. He cherished you. Just use the same formula that you use. Pray about it. Don't be desperate. Follow your instinct. You will know. You had a good man once. You will know what is a good man. And then she said, she was by the kitchen, I was by the lounge. She's like, so we're just speaking over each other. And then she's like, no, men are not faithful. You never know what men can do. She's like this boyfriend of yours. I paused. I had a prayer, internal prayer. I said, Lord, whatever this girl needs to tell me, allow her to tell me everything today. Maybe this is the day that I'm gonna, that time, long time ago, I felt unsettled. Maybe she will tell me. So I'll go to her and I'm like, no, tell me. She's like, yo, Mina Sisi, I don't want to get into trouble. I say, that person traveled. He won't even be back after some months. And you must be loyal to me. That person is not, you might not even see him again. Then she started to tell me, hey, Sisi, when I come here on Wednesday, this guy will buzz and I will open for him. He will come in on Wednesdays. And then, or if you, what did she say? She said, yeah, something like that. I will open for him, and then he will be working. He'll come, take a shower. The next thing he's walking around, in shorts or briefs or whatever. And she said, I started to notice, no, man, this guy is in a mission. She said, then he'll come to the kitchen wearing just his underwear. She said, I'll move from the kitchen, and then if he find me in the bedroom, I'll make sure that I move. I didn't want him to find me in a compromising position where I cannot move. She said, he even used to give me money for transport. He gives me money for transport. I'm like, he gives you money for transport? She's like, yeah. She gives me money for transport. She said, do you remember even that time, Sisi, you went to Joburg? I said, yes. That time he called me. He was saying he wanted to come where I stay. He will take care of me, and he will take care of my kids. And she said, Sisi, Mina, I'm not educated. I'm a domestic worker, but I'm not stupid. And I can see a man who just want to sleep with me and just use me and there's no love. She said, then I asked him, this thing that you're doing, what if Kensani finds out? She said she wanted to test how we'll respond. And the guy was like, no, it just has to be between us. You don't have to tell her. I said to her, I had to apologize to the lady. I apologized to her for something like that to happen in my house. And I asked her, did he touch you? She said no. Did he try to force himself on you? She said no. Because I wanted to be sure. You know, such things that can happen and the person don't tell you the whole truth. She said no, he didn't, because she said she avoided it, but she thinks if it went longer, she doesn't know what could have happened. Then I asked her, that time that he started to, if he was around, he would start walking around with a small towel after showering. Had it started? She said yes, it had started. I said okay. I said no, don't worry, it's fine. He sent me a message the following day. He arrived, he went overseas. Okay, whatever. I was boiling. I was beyond boiling. Then I sent him a message and I didn't ask him. I told him, I said, you know what? You could have disrespected in many ways, so many ways. But for you to try to make a move on my house help, where you even make an effort that you will come to my house when I'm around, you give them money behind my back for transport and all that, and when I was not around, knowing very well that she's also at my house, she was there at my house cleaning. What was your plan? What was her plan? Which means you could have, if she agreed or if you decided to rape her, you could have done it in my house. And you know, he's like, how dare you? Me, I'm an educated man. When you look at me, I'm doing my PhD. You think me now, what will I be doing with a house help? She's not my level. She's not my type. I said, Ella, don't tell me about the type. Because this girl is an issue that maybe she's not privileged like you. And this girl, guys, she was beautiful. You know those girls who are black? But they have white teeth. Her eyes will be sparkling. That girl was beautiful. I don't want to lie. She was a house help, but she was beautiful. And it's like, do you think? I said, don't even say that she's not your type. Because that girl is beautiful. Even me as a woman, I know she's beautiful. But for the fact that you wanted to take advantage of her in my house, that he's like, hey, do you know the kind of girls that I date? Do you know the kind of girls? Look at yourself. Do you think if Mina, I'm interested in you for over, is it 2 years? I'm been with you. Do you think I'll then go and look for a house help? Have you even looked at my exes? Have you ever looked at my? I'm like, hey, bruh, I'm not talking about your exes. I'm not talking about how I look. I'm talking that you made a move on my house help. Hey, the person denied. He started to pull up rank about status, about how educated he is, how he dates women of certain caliber, and how I'm disrespecting him. Then he called my friend. He said, yeah, you're a friend. How does she think? How does she take me for? She thinks me, I want to go for a domestic worker. Guys, let me tell you. Some people can be domestic workers because of the situation. Because of they didn't have the privilege that you might find yourself in. Never think if something is not right, you've got a gut feeling about something in your house with the house help that you have regarding your partner or your husband. Pray about it and it will reveal itself. Pray about it. If research is done, there are so many men who take advantage, who target house help. And this has got nothing to do. Ella, house help, she's still a woman. She's got the kukulizer that you've got. She's got the eyes, the mouth, the butt, everything that we have. She baths the same way as you do. It doesn't matter. Never as a woman say, even if a house help can tell you something like that, you're like, hi, what did you do? Did you seduce my partner? Hi, domestic, do you think my partner can even look at you? You are not this type. You're not. Oh, hey. Guys, I was traumatized. I was traumatized for my good. In my mind, I'm like, huh? Truth be told, and if a man, he is so concerned to know about your domestic worker, he is so concerned to know about, to want to control, he start to complain about your house help, this and this and that. He want to have an input who must be hired. Hey, la. Hey,